All right. Hey, everybody. This is Jim, also known as Final Neuron, also known as a week late, because we are. That was my fault last time. Technically, it was a child's fault. Jerk. So, but we handled that this time.
Mm. No more
So
children.
no more worries. No more worries about that. So we're as always limited on time. So let's get right back to where we were at the end of last time, which was you guys met a whole bunch of nice people
Oh yeah,
in the
new best
office
friends.
of an imperial sector governor,
Mm.
where you were breaking in to steal something.
We were just exploring.
Yeah, the door, it was open. I mean, look at that thing. There's no way we did that. It's not even on the hinges. So anyway, he gave you an offer, which was they're going to attack the planetary governor's place now. You come along with him. Your ship, Joe, your ship is there. You're going to go on board the ship, get the special cargo that you were supposed to bring to bring to Valkenhain here on the planet, and you're going to give it to the governor instead. He suspects it's some kind of like rebel associated material.
Okay.
You're still in the office with what is it, like a half dozen stormtroopers or so
I'm gonna fight my way out
in their armor with their weapons. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So the governor is still sitting at his desk, and he kind of nods at one of the stormtroopers and he says, "All right, Captain, take these men, see if they need any equipment. Make sure they know exactly what it is we're doing and what it is I want from them." And then he kind of brushes some of the dust off of the picture frame that he picked up. Again, kind of shaking his head. And so one of the stormtroopers says, "All right, you two, come with me." I don't know if I sold that or not, but
Close enough.
I mean, do you have to make a stormtrooper sound good for it to be, worthwhile?
they sound like
sounds like an idiot. Yeah, that's okay.
They sound like they're taking your order of fries, strangely enough. They do. So
that's
all
true.
of them, every one of them sounds that way.
Maybe I should get a milkshake. I say, okay, lead the way, and we are going to follow Mr. Stormtrooper, or at least I am. I don't know.
I assume the two of you decide to follow him. Yeah. So he leads you back out into the hall and down a little way. The lights have all been turned on at this point. He leads you into a side room through a really heavy door, and you can see it's kind of an armory. So he brings you inside, and a couple of the people kind of look at you. They kind of look at Mr. Bibble's blast vest, and they kind of, yeah. And then they offer something to Ral to borrow for the raid.
Like a blast vest kind of thing or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I will gladly accept it.
Okay. And it offers you it's like +1 against energy, basically. It's not a lot, but
yeah.
If you get hit in it,
don't get shot.
Yeah. Heavier armor tends to reduce your dexterity, which means it reduces your dodge rolls. Okay. So the captain comes over to you and he says, "I'll show you a picture of the planetary governor here in just a second. He's the one that we're after." I'm trying to find a way to snip his picture here. There we go. And he gives you a very rough idea of the layout of the facility, at least the outside. I need to snip that too. He says, so there are 3 ships there at the governor's mansion. One of them is yours. He looks at Ral. One of them is yours. One of them belongs to this guy. He kind of like nods towards another guy that's in the room. And the third is a personal ship of the governor's. You're going to be over there next to the ships. So if you see him trying to get on one of those ships and leave, take him down. The governor has authorized us to offer a reward if you're able to capture the governor alive with him trying to leave, then we'll be able to award you a small number of credits on top of this being a successful mission. And of course, if you find any rebel information, we'll gladly pay you for recovering that too.
All right, sounds good to me.
And so he just kind of nods at you, and they all kind of go to checking their weapons and making sure they're charged and everything. The guy that he said, that guy, the guy that has the other ship there, he's dressed like a civilian. Just kind of regular clothes, nothing fancy. Based on what he's got equipped, he's got a blaster at his side. Can't see too much else about him, but he's kind of watching the two of you. You can chill and wait while everybody else does stuff. Or if you want to take some actions, go ahead.
Let's see. I'll approach the other guy.
Okay.
The other spacer guy.
You approach him and then begin staring awkwardly at him.
Heavy breathing. No, I'll approach him and extend my hand for a handshake. I'm Ral. You?
Hey, Luke and Trask. Yeah, so let me guess. You got caught up in some kind of a local tariff scam they had running here.
Mm-hmm. You too?
Yeah, same thing. So anyway, I guess the two of us will be going along for the same reasons. Recovering our ships and making sure there's nothing weird stashed away on there.
Yep. Well, we'll get this sorted out.
Yeah. So he Valkenhayn, right? Was that your contact?
That's the guy.
Yeah. Okay. So he had you bringing something onto the planet?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Something unusual? Kind of looks around.
Yeah. Unusual.
Yeah. Well, I tend to traffic in some unusual things myself. You pick up work wherever you can.
You got to make ends meet somehow.
Yep. That's good. Well, tell you what, once we get over there, I'll stick close with you guys, and I'll help you guys recover whatever it was that you were supposed to get off your ship. It'd be a shame if Bork had somebody on there. It'd be good to have an extra gun along with you.
Sounds like a plan.
And he just kind of nods and then sort of shuffles off to check his equipment.
That's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to talk to that guy.
Let me share. Share screen.
I can only imagine that Mr. Bibble is just having the freak out of his life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah.
He's just kind of standing there like,
there's so many stormtroopers. What am I gonna do?
No, so like I kind of sort of followed Ral over, but at a distance, so I'm not really standing with him because I'm still. Oh, that's wonderful.
that's the governor. He's
The
a big boy.
jowls.
He has extra.
Reprehensible.
His jowls have jowls.
Jowls on jowls.
I like the nose though. That's pretty great.
Yeah, it has that
nose
not all
makes
in
it.
one piece look.
Mm.
So that's a picture of the fine fellow.
And we have to take him alive.
What if he ends up procreating after that? Ooh, there could be more of them.
I'm so torn right now. I really don't like
Yes.
that guy, but
Do tell.
really don't like the Imperials either. So
Wait. Bigger. Much bigger.
Enhance.
Enhance. Clarify. Zoom. Refactor.
Yep.
Extrapolate.
Oh.
Wait. Oh, enhance? Oh, wait, hold on. Let me press the enhance button on my keyboard. I have it hotkeyed to Q because that's what you do.
Oh man, that's great.
Well, maybe that's because you don't know what you're doing. Ow! Dun 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 dun. All right. Back to the thing we're
Lucan's
actually
nightmare?
doing.
Back to Star Wars.
I want to know about Lucan's nightmare.
Lucan's nightmare is the ship belonging to the dude that Ral just went and talked to.
Yeah.
Ask your doctor about twice a day oral Brona.
Oral Brona.
I wanted to make sure to get that in.
It's funny every time.
It only happens once a week, so yeah, that's his ship. Ral's ship is at one of the others. Nothing's been indicated yet, and there's another ship there.
That's not mine because nobody can fly.
No,
it.
No.
I mean, well, nobody can get it started.
Technically, you can fly it.
Yes, I can fly it.
So there's also a speeder bike and a land speeder parked outside.
Mm.
You can see there's garrison buildings as well. And then this front, let's see if my mouse cursor appears. This front area is like a road in and out section and parking area. Import warehouse. Anything else you want to see on that map?
Nope.
Mr. Bibble. This is the rough layout that the stormtrooper guy showed you.
Mm-hmm. So where are we coming in at? Has that been explained?
You can ask. You can ask. No one's said it yet. You're not driving, so.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Okay.
I'm just gonna wonder it to myself and not get any useful information.
That good. Very good. I like this. Okay. So you guys have satisfied yourselves, I guess, that you're ready as you're going to be to go. There's like 12.5 stormtroopers in total here in the armory that look like they're prepping to go, as well as Luke and Trask. After maybe 3-4 more minutes, the head guy with the special brown shoulder pad says, "All right, everyone, outside, we're going." And they start filing out. Okay, so you guys follow them.
Yep.
They head out to the front of the building. There's a really heavy, thick-looking speeder, covered speeder outside. There's like a door kind of in the middle of it that's slid open, and they're filing inside and taking seats.
All right,
you guys proceed to follow.
I'm going to follow on.
Yeah.
I'm dragging behind, but following.
The other special shipping expert climbs into the thing ahead of you guys, and you all end up kind of sitting near each other on the end. So the doors close and the speeder takes off. Stormtroopers are all just kind of sitting staring straight ahead, not really saying anything.
I'm not going to converse with the stormtroopers.
I'm definitely
how
not
many
going
have you
to
killed?
converse with them.
How many of those rebels come to view shot? I've shot a dozen.
Okay, so the cough button. So the trip takes like 3 minutes, and you can feel it. You can feel the speeder kind of accelerating and taking turns a little bit more sharply, and then it kind of slides, I guess, kind of sideways, comes to a stop, and the door pops open, and all the stormtroopers are pushing out. They've got their weapons drawn, of course, and they're pointed outwards. Once they're all out of the way, you're able to step out, and you can see the governor's mansion is like right in front of you, the front door. Tell you what, let's do a thing here. So that would put you like right about here, with the transport turned side on and the side door facing towards the front door. Okay. What are you going to do?
So are the stormtroopers like actively storming the building through the front? Or are they just not doing anything yet, or what?
Maybe a half dozen of them have grouped up around the front door of the governor's house. Another half dozen have headed over towards the garrison buildings off to your left, the west, whatever side of this map. It looks like they're planning on securing those first.
Okay. Well, let's see. Do I see my ship over on one of the docking bays?
You look out there, and there it is. It's on the one, the topmost of those on the map.
They stole my ship.
Actions?
I say, okay, come on, Mr. Bibble. And I'm going around the right side toward the speeder bike and land speeder.
You're going towards the speeder bike?
Yes, like around the...
Not towards your ship. You're going towards the speeder bike?
I am heading towards the speeder bike first.
Okay. So you start doing that, Mr. Bibble.
Yeah.
I'm going to pull out my blaster as I do so. Probably good I should just say that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just so that you know, drawing a weapon counts as an action. Having it in hand is a good idea.
Yep.
So the other very special pilot says, hey, you're not going for your ship?
Ship second.
Okay. You're not storming in there, are you?
No.
Okay. I'm with you then. So he kind of stays with you.
Okay. Well,
He's following your lead. He's not out front.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna follow his lead too, but I'm going to be trying to keep an eye around us as he's moving to keep things in my periphery, I guess, and I'm like everywhere while I'm trying to keep an eye out on everything.
Okay. So you guys are heading from, let me get my mouse over there again. You guys are heading from along the path, I'm assuming.
Sure.
Okay. You guys are heading towards this corner of the building, correct?
Right.
So every round of like combat or just anything that's requiring rounds, it's about 5 seconds per each. So you guys are running. You get about halfway. This is a very large building. You get about halfway to the corner, and you hear a couple of blaster shots off in the distance, probably from the garrison buildings. But that's all you've heard so far.
Okay, nothing from inside the house itself yet.
Yeah, they're still gathered around the front door of the house. The stormtroopers are. So you continue on to the corner, and you're at the corner. Everybody's there.
All right, I'm going to peek around the corner, see if I see anybody.
Okay, so you peek around the corner, and the speeder bike and the land speeder are there, right where you expected, except that the speeder bike looks like it's on the other side of the land speeder.
Okay. I'm just going to wait for the stormtroopers to breach the governor's house.
Okay. So there's a couple of more shots off in the distance. And Mr. Bibble, if you want to jump in with an action or state what your character's doing, just do it. There's a couple of more shots off in the distance, and then you see the rest of the stormtroopers are converging around the front door. There's about a dozen around the front door, and there's a little bit of chatter. It seems like some are circling around to another side. So Lucan Trask kind of taps you on the shoulder, and he says, "Hey, I don't know exactly what it is you're doing here, but you know, if there's something you need to get off of your ship, now's the perfect time to do it. There's no telling what they're going to do after this. They could search that thing top to bottom."
That's a good point.
So how does your character take that?
He's like, he's very conflicted.
Well, there are two of you.
Well,
at three, technically, with this guy.
Three. Yeah.
You want to think this over for a second?
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Bibble. Part of his job is ensuring that the cargo gets to where it's supposed to.
That's true.
I mean, you could say that's the main responsibility that he has.
Yeah, and it would get him further away from the stormtroopers, at least for a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so he's like, hey Rao, I think this is a good, let's go and make sure the ships are okay first, then we'll come back. We can be quick about it.
Okay. So I'm going to head off towards my ship.
Okay. Mr. Bibble?
So I'm going to kind of like walk sideways backwards so that I'm facing the governor's house and kind of walk that way, follow him just to keep an eye out while he's going.
Okay. So at this point, since the time you guys exited the transport, a total of something like 30 seconds has passed. And you hear one of the stormtroopers shout something like, breach. And then there's a boom. Mr. Bibble, you see what happens. They had some kind of a charge placed on the front door. And it just sends pieces of the door all inside, and then they start pouring in after it. After a couple of more seconds, there's blaster shots lighting up the inside of the building. You can kind of see the flash through the windows. That's about the time that you guys get to Joe's ship. What's the ship's name again?
I haven't named it yet.
That's a funny name.
The name is not sure.
The ship's name is not sure.
Oh man.
More flaming hot Mountain Dew. Good stuff.
Helps you grow up strong, kids.
Helps you build character.
Yeah. But what character?
A bad, twisted, warped character. That's
okay. So you get to your ship.
Mm-hmm.
There's like some real flimsy material stretched and adhered to the loading ramp.
Yeah, I'm just gonna rip it off.
It's something like impound. Okay, so you rip it off.
Yeah, I'm going to rip it off and go on board.
Okay, so you I guess there's a keypad or whatever. You activate the ramp. The ramp comes down. No problems. Everything seems to be working. You head up inside.
Okay. Yep. Heading up inside.
Okay. So you get up in there and you guys are kind of looking around. Do you have the layout for your ship?
I do.
Yeah, bring that up and share.
Let's see.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay outside and watch unless he calls for me specifically.
Okay. So you're down at the bottom of the ramp, kind of keeping an eye on what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Being all paranoid and stuff.
Looks like the firefight inside the building has died down a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean nobody's firing at the moment.
Mm.
I think this is how I.
So I'm just gonna yell up at him, hurry up, hurry up.
Something like that.
There we go. Can you zoom in?
I already did.
Oh.
Which parts are you wanting me to zoom more?
No, it's fine. Let's see. 8 is the loading thing, right? The boarding ramp.
7 is the boarding ramp.
That's the cargo loading.
Cargo ramp.
Right?
Yeah, 8 is the boarding ramp.
Okay. So that's where you come in. I don't know if you come in through the nose or the midsection. I would guess the midsection, you would want to head right towards the cockpit. But anyway. So you go ahead.
Anyway, I'm going to switch my blaster to stun.
Okay. So so Mr. Bilbo yells up at you, "Hey, hurry up."
Yeah, I'm going.
And Luke and Trask is still there with you. He says, "Okay, so you got to get the cargo, right?"
Yep.
So, yeah, this is probably a good time to tell you, I'm the one that was supposed to receive the cargo. And we really need to get that cargo out of here. And we definitely don't need it to be in the hands of the governor. So tell you what, I came prepared. I've got some dummy material I can give you. You stick it in whatever container that they had you bring over here. I can make sure you guys get a little bit of money for your trouble. I'm guessing the governor hasn't offered you anything, has he? Just wants you to like kiss his boots and thank him for the opportunity of getting out of here with the, everything intact.
That's pretty much the gist of it.
So, tell you what, you came here to drop off that cargo. I came to pick it up. I'll pay you. You give me the cargo. I'll get it on my ship. The governor gets this dummy material that I brought. Nobody's the wiser. We got to hurry, man.
All right, let's do this.
Good. All right. So let's get the cargo.
All right, I'm going to head up into my ship.
Oh, you're in the ship.
Oh, in the ship?
You already went up in there, yeah.
I'll say,
yeah.
Okay.
He said that to you. Druto, Mr. Bibble, was not necessarily party to it. If you want to try to hear that, Daniel, you can roll perception.
Nope, I'm pretty focused. No.
Okay. Okay. Actions.
Okay. Well, I'm heading towards my my Heidi compartment.
Okay. Looking Trask kind of sees you heading into the cargo area, and he just kind of nods and then steps back to give you space.
I can respect that.
He's being a bro.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go and retrieve the case, if it is still there, from my cargo space.
Okay. It was behind your hidden panels, right?
Right. In a smuggling compartment.
So you kind of look around, you're obsessed.
Smuggling.
You're looking around your baby and making sure everything's fine as you're walking through. Looks like everything's in place. It doesn't look like anybody's tampered with anything. You get back to the smuggling compartment and you pop it open, and there it is. There's your special cargo.
Good. I'll pull it back, close the panel, and start heading back to Mr. Trask.
Okay. So he's waiting back in, let's call it the room where the boarding ramp is. He says, "Oh, you got it? Yeah, that looks like what we were getting."
What is it?
It's information. Everybody needs information. Here, pop that thing open. I know which ones we need to switch out.
Is it just unlocked? I guess.
There's a latch on the side of it. There's like a little flimsy piece of material over the latch that will show that it hasn't been broken. It's a relatively cheap but kind of hard to fool security measure. Kind of like the vacuum seal on food that you would get.
Right.
If you really wanted to fake it, you could, but
Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and I'll just pop it.
Okay. So you pop it open, and inside it's kind of like a longer rectangular container, and there's several little sets of data disks inside. And Trask pulls out three of them out of his pocket, and he kind of like looks through the disc, and he picks one out and like substitutes here and there. And he says, "All right, we're good."
Good deal. So I'll close the case back up, and I'll take it back into the cargo bay.
Okay.
Are the plasma berries still there?
Oh yeah. Unfortunately, due to the fact that they've aged a bit, the smell is getting a little bit stronger.
Mm,
Do you want to approach?
yes, I do.
So you approach. The smell is much stronger. Your eyes start to water a little bit as you get closer,
Mm.
and you can see that some of the berries are starting to convert into a liquid.
I'm gonna take the case and dunk it into the plasma berry.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. So it comes out dripping and like a very like noxious looking ultraviolet sort of color. And like after a couple of seconds, it looks like the casing is starting to etch a little bit.
That's
Also,
strong stuff.
it your stomach is starting to turn a little bit from being that close to that much vomit smell.
Okay, I'm gonna lower the cargo ramp.
Gotta air this baby out.
We're gonna get the plasma berries out and air it out.
Nice.
Okay. Meanwhile, so that all of this took maybe another 30 seconds or so.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, down at the bottom of the ramp, Mr. Bibble, after maybe 10, 15 seconds of not really anything obvious happening inside the governor's house. Here, let's take that off of the. Mine's better.
Oh,
After a quiet period inside the governor's house, you start hearing more blaster fire inside. In fact, this is like it's growing in intensity to the over maybe a dozen seconds to where it's actually pretty strong, and you see a few blaster shots punching out through the walls of the house in a few places and through windows.
Okay. Any
Smoke is starting to fill the air.
on the east side especially, or where is it mostly come? Is it just everywhere?
As far as the windows,
I meant the smoke and the blaster fire.
it's inside of the governor's house. It's
Mm-hmm.
deep enough inside that you're not seeing anything directly.
Okay. Okay. You said
A
some of the
couple of
blaster. Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
You said the windows and through some of the doors and stuff. It was coming through
Yeah,
the
you can
blaster
see
fire.
flashes from what's happening inside,
Okay.
but you're not at a really good angle to see them directly, see
Okay.
through there directly.
Okay.
And most of the lights inside the governor's house are turned off. That's something I
Okay.
did not mention earlier.
Okay.
A couple of stormtroopers come around this east side of the building,
Mm-hmm.
and they're kind of watching over the speeders.
Okay. Okay. That's where I was focusing mostly. Was looking at that side.
And so there's a door, kind of not very obvious, but towards the back of the, I need to get that screen up again, towards the back of the building pops open, and four of the guys dressed in what looks like the local militia guys like you've seen before pop out, followed by a couple of people in civilian clothes. And they sort of look at the stormtroopers, and then everybody starts yelling and shooting at each other. Okay, this is about the time that Ral has finished what he was doing inside.
so I'm just
Any
pushing.
actions, Mr. Bibble?
Yes. So I'm gonna yell up to him. At least I'm assuming he's still. I don't know exactly where he is in the ship, but I'm just gonna yell up toward them in the ship and say, "Hurry up! I think maybe they're making a break for it." And
So you've got this nasty, disgusting, noxious smell kind of sticking to your clothes and dripping off of the container that you've got in hand.
Mhm.
And you hear him yell up at you. Looks like they're making for a break for it.
So is my ramp down?
Yeah,
Yeah.
unless you raised it, it's down.
Okay. Yeah. I had planned. Well, I had wanted to lower it and push the plasma berries out. Like, how far out did I get? Did I just get all the way out, or am I like? Is he
Oh,
yelling
you
this at me
lowered
like
the
while I'm midway down?
so you lowered the cargo elevator,
Mm.
or did you ride it down?
Oh, yeah. Yes, I did.
You rode the cargo elevator down together with the nasty berries.
Actually, no, I wouldn't do that.
Okay,
I would definitely leave them
let
there.
me dump these on your official property. This is what I will do.
Mhm.
So, what are you doing?
I'm going to run back down the entryway.
Okay, and that's about the time that you hear him yell at you.
Okay.
And then are you making it all the way down? Because that's gonna hit me like a ton of bricks.
The smell. Oh, the smell.
So, do you continue down the ramp? You hear him yell. Are you just going to continue running down the ramp?
Yes.
Okay. And Druto, you see him coming down the ramp with Luke and Trask behind him.
Okay. So whatever I'm saying, I like stop 3/4 of the way through it. Oh, what did you do?
It's important.
Oh, well, hurry up. I think.
Where are they?
So I point.
So you get hold on. You come down the ramp and there's a pretty obvious firefight going on at the corner of the governor's house.
Okay.
So you don't have to. You wouldn't have to yell. Where are they? They're still
Okay.
blasting away at each other. Looks like one of the stormtroopers is down and the other one's trying to retreat around the corner of that building.
Okay.
Trask says, Luke and Trask says, all right, boys, I got to check on my ship. I'll come back and join you in a minute. And he heads off towards his ship.
Good choice. I'll just
Sure.
kind of grunt at him. Just, yep.
So my character doesn't know anything, but did you get paid? Did you get paid?
Not yet.
Okay.
I don't think Druto would know about the deal because
he doesn't. He doesn't know about it. I'm just curious if that happened or not.
Oh, okay. Druto's not saying that.
No, he doesn't know.
And no money has exchanged hands so far.
He doesn't know that. He doesn't know about the trade at all.
Right.
Not paying
Actions?
attention to that. Go ahead.
There's the firefight. You guys are at the bottom of the ramp.
That doesn't look like. How many people are in that firefight? There's like one stormtrooper still up and like 3 militia guys or whatever.
So
right?
It's dark. So like if you want to get perfect information, roll your perception. One of the stormtroopers is down. One, maybe 2 of the militia guys are down, and there's a couple of civilian guys running towards the land speeder.
This is why I wanted to sabotage the land speeder.
Yeah. It was a good idea. That would have been the smart thing.
Let's see. So they're running towards the.
You should have asked Druto to sabotage it.
I thought about it, but I didn't want to. I didn't want to be completely alone with Mr. Drask, with mister
Mhm.
Trask or whatever his name is.
Yeah, I didn't want to be over there though. I wanted an excuse
True.
to get away
Yeah.
from those stormtroopers.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Proceed. What are you doing?
About how far is the land speeder?
From where you're standing,
Hmm,
like 50 yards.
it's pretty far. uh, let's
Let's not
see.
say 50 yards. Let's say if you sprinted towards it,
Hmm,
it's going to take you like a good 10 seconds, like full out.
hmm. I really want to kill them both. Well, can I roll my perception to see what I can see about the people in
Do it.
civilian clothes?
Okay. So I get to call what the dice roll is. I'm rubbing my hands together in glee right now.
I'm going to go ahead and call it. I'm going to get a 1 on the wild die. You know I am. You know I am.
A 6, a 4, and a 1 for a total of 11. You've disappointed me for the last time. So you can see that one of the stormtroopers definitely down. The two civilians are running for the speeder. Two of the militia guys are down, and one of them's not. It looks like he's probably hit a little bit in some way. The other one is just kind of like pressed up against the wall and kind of looking around.
Hmm. I say, you want to get paid, Mr. Bibble?
Always. But I'd also not like to die. I'd also like not to die. One of those words.
Well, let's stop that land speeder.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to run forward a bit
I'm
and
just gonna sprint.
and flip my blaster back to.
Tell me your plans first, just in case I need to give you common knowledge.
Okay, I'm going to run towards that corner of the import warehouse
Okay.
so that I can start blasting at the land speeder.
Okay. You'll be able to do some damage to the land speeder, but it's very unlikely just with a regular blaster, that you'll be able to do enough significant damage to it before it would escape.
Mm,
The way that works in game terms is that the speeder is a different scale from you.
I see.
And so it gets a bunch of free dice to resist your weapon attack. You'll hit it because you'll get extra dice to hit it. But then the damage basically will get scaled down.
Mm,
The resistance gets scaled way up. So something like a one-hand blaster is very unlikely to cause any real damage. You could try to do something like, I'm going to try to call a shot at the window, and that'll raise the difficulty. You can try it. That's not exact. And a stun blast is not going to penetrate the window.
right.
Like it might cause some distortion in the glass from the energy or something, but it's not going to just go right through.
I just realized something. I've been carrying around my E11 the whole time that I've been surrounded by stormtroopers, and they never said anything to me about it.
They also know that Rao's a smuggler, so
That's true.
Like these guys from Nar Shaddaa have like unusual and maybe illegal equipment.
They may be
Yeah.
up to no good.
Huh. Yeah, that's
No, but
probably
that would
true.
add to Druto's paranoia
Okay,
for sure.
that's perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's your plan? What's your actions going to be, knowing what you know?
Did I see anything specific about the people in civilian clothes? Like, did I recognize anyone?
One of them's big.
Big. He's very big.
He's very large, obese, not obese.
Does he have jowls on jowls?
Very, very fat is what you would think.
Hmm.
You need to make a decision. We've been
Yep.
on this for quite a bit.
Well, I guess I'm heading towards the land speeder.
Okay.
I'm just gonna get as close as I can then.
Okay, so you run over towards the land speeder,
Mm.
Mr. Bibble.
Oh, I'm sprinting full out, and hoping that the darkness and loud noises covers me. You did say it was dark.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you also going all out, Ral?
Sure.
There's an actual mode of movement where you're going all out. And if you're going all out and somebody shoots at you, you're not going to be able to dodge. You're just like booking it. Everything you're doing is running.
Mm. But I would assume we're also harder to hit.
That's
Because
true.
we're
And
running.
the conditions make it even harder. Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. So you guys are sprinting and you get about to the import warehouse is a hexagon.
Yep.
You get down to that bottom left corner of it, and you lose sight of the two civvy looking guys on the other side of the speeder. They've gotten to it at that point. Are you going to continue running in that direction?
Sure.
Okay.
Mm.
Mr. Druto Bibble.
Yep.
Okay. So you guys continue running over there, and you can hear the door kind of open and slam, and you can see somebody moving around in the driver's side of the land speeder.
Mm.
At this point, you've passed over where the path is around the edge of the building.
Okay. So what's my distance now?
Tell you what, tell me what the range is on your gun.
I have to look it up. I'm sorry.
That's not a problem.
You might be able to look it up quicker because I don't know if I bookmarked the link.
Your blaster rifle will have about the same success dealing with this as Joe's blaster would. I think you probably have an extra dice worth of damage, which will help, but it's still going to suffer the scale penalty.
I didn't copy paste that. I did for the ships, and I did it for the gun.
You know, I might have the.
I'm bad.
Yeah,
I'm
I don't have your rifle
character
stats.
person.
I've got the quick reference guide.
Yay!
Let me pull it up
so look
eventually. Where's the?
As you guys are running towards it, the lights, some of the operating lights kind of turn on inside of the speeder, and it looks like it's getting ready to take off.
Ugh. Oh no. I should have asked this before. Does the speeder bike have any weapons on it?
I'm gonna.
You're not close enough to see at this point. You don't know any details about the speeder bike.
Crap. I'm gonna run for the speeder bike.
So, blaster rifles. The E11 has a range of 3 to 30, 100, and 300.
3 to 30. 100 to 300.
100 and then 300.
That's the blast deck.
Yep, the E11.
That's a lot of range.
Blaster rifles have a lot of range.
That's a lot of range.
Mhm.
So you've got an easy, moderate, and difficult roll at those ranges.
Right.
Okay, gotcha. What's the
Right.
damage on it?
5D.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, whereas my heavy blasters max range is 50. It's a little different.
A little bit of a different use case.
Yep. So what are we doing?
I'm changing to sprint towards the speeder bike and hoping that nobody
The
shoots
speeder
it.
lights are coming on the speeder. Looks like it's about to take off. You guys have crossed the path.
Okay.
Daniel's already decided he's making a slight alteration to what he's doing.
Okay. I'm flipping my blaster back on regular if I haven't done that already.
Okay.
And I'm still going towards the land speeder.
Okay. So you guys get up to, let's see. You guys get up to the corner here. Remember, the speeder bike was on the other side.
Right. I
Haha,
forgot that.
he forgot the semantics.
So you get up
No.
you get up to you get up to about the corner of the building, and the land speeder kind of backs up and then starts to turn like it's going to pull away, heading off to the north of the picture. We're going to break this down into roughly 5-second blocks. We're past time.
Mm.
So
but I finally get to shoot at someone.
do what you're going to do.
Okay. I think I'm just gonna start opening up on it while I try to move toward the speeder bike to try to slow him down. Because if I
Okay.
can scare him to making a bad decision or not getting his angle right, like that's gonna give us a better chance of either catching him or slowing him down so that I can get to the speeder bike and follow or something.
Right.
I don't know if that's a good idea, but that's what he's doing.
Yeah, as soon as he starts opening up on it, I'm just going to follow suit. I'm going to try and aim towards the driver's seat.
Okay. So you're going to get enough dice to the scale difference and it's barely moving. You guys are like right next to it. So all right, you're shooting. So how many actions are you going to take? We're going to break this down into a combat round. How many actions?
I will take 2 to shoot twice.
Okay. Druto?
I will take, I'm assuming 2, 1 to shoot and 1 to move.
If you want to continue moving, yeah.
Yeah, I want to continue.
And I'm assuming you guys
towards
are
the speeder
reducing
bike.
your speed so you're not like trying to shoot while full out
Yes.
sprinting.
Yep.
Okay. You're moving at normal speed.
Right.
And so, Raul, are you going to stop and like fire 2 shots at it?
Yes.
You guys are at the corner of the building, so you're quite close. You're like within 5 meters, say, at this point.
Okay.
I'm going to jump on the land speeder.
Okay,
No,
so Druto,
no.
you're firing and you're moving. Where are you moving?
Toward the speeder bike on the other side.
Okay. All right. Roll it. So let's go. Who has higher perception?
We have the same.
Yeah,
Yep.
Both of you roll your perception, and let's see who goes first. Druto gets an 11.
I got
Is that other
12.
one the one that you just rolled, Joe?
I don't know. I think so. Yeah, it is. It is.
Yes. Yeah. So you
Well,
got
you
a
got a
12.
6 on the wild die last time.
Oh, I did.
Ooh.
You
And we didn't
notice.
re-roll it.
You didn't notice. So,
It's up to me to
You
make
notice
sure
when
the
it's a
rules are
1.
first.
so anyway, Joe's Raoul's shots are going to go first. So just you're going to hit at this range. You're going to hit. So just roll your damage for your blaster.
It is 5. Yeah, it is 5d plus 2. So add some dice. And I get 3 1s on my damage, of course.
Yeah. Wait, really?
Oh, and the first one was a 1.
Well, that's on damage, not on inaction.
Oh,
that
for a
different?
total of 12. Okay.
Yeah. 12 plus 2, so 14.
Okay. So you fire and
Well, do I need to fire? I mean, do I need to roll twice because I'm shooting twice?
you will, yeah. The first one you fire and your shots hit the window of the speeder, the land speeder, and it kind of deformed the material a little bit. But because of the angle that it had turned at just at that moment, the energy is a little more spread than it would be, and it doesn't penetrate.
Okay, shooting again.
Nope.
Nope.
Druto.
Okay. So do I just roll 5d?
We go through a
or
round. Yeah.
my
right,
skills don't play into this because we're so close.
Correct. You can use a character point to buff the damage if you want to.
I don't think I'm ready for that. So I just roll 5. Haha.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
We
didn't
got
get
a
a-
good
A
roll.
6 on the wild.
Finally.
did you?
Finally, we finally got an above average roll.
So yeah. So the speeder had already kind of angled a little bit away from you guys. You kind of fired into the back end, and you can tell like it's like you fired at the thermal exhaust port with proton torpedoes. Almost like the shot just goes into this little crack where kind of an exhaust crack, and then there's a boom in the back end of the thing, and the left side of the speeder kind of sags and starts dragging. Okay. So during their move, the speeder just like tries to get out of there. So they move away a pretty good distance because it's a land speeder. Like they gun it and they're moving. So they've moved another, say, 15 meters away.
15 meters. Wow.
Yeah, while dragging on one side.
Okay.
Over the course of 5 seconds. All right. Rao, you have another action, and then Druto is going to be doing a move.
I'm a shooting again.
Roll your damage.
There we go. So
what's
25.
the range on your blaster again? What are the difficulty ranges?
3 to 7, 25, and 50.
So you're in moderate, and okay. Yeah, we're not gonna roll that one either, just because you're still getting so many bonuses on top of it. And the darkness is not a factor because you're firing at something with lights on it. Okay, so you fire. And your total is a little bit higher. Okay.
So 25 total.
The spot where Druto's blaster shot went in and caused some kind of an explosion, it left a much bigger hole. Your shot goes into that hole. And then boom again. And now the entire left side of the speeder has like tilted down at like a 25-degree angle, and it's just straight, fully supported by the ground and throwing sparks.
But still moving.
Still moving. Yeah. Let's see. They're moving, so yeah. So they're during their turn, they're just going to be trying to move. It looks like they're trying to turn left, but it's just not happening. And so they just end up like plowing through some grass ahead of them. Like they've left the little like concrete area on the side of the building, and they're just plowing through grass right now, not moving very quickly.
Okay. How? I mean, is it? Can I tell if it's slow enough that I could just run to it, or is it
It's
far enough away that
it's
it's
still
going to
too
be worth?
fast for that. It's still
Okay.
too fast for that. Yeah.
All right.
Like at a dead sprint, you might be able to keep up with it for a few seconds, but then
Okay. But it's still not able to turn.
not up to the left. That's all they seem to have tried so far.
We can go in circles. Yes, I'm okay with this.
All right.
A
Do you
right
guys
long enough is a left.
do you guys want to break here?
We probably
Not
should.
not really, but if you guys
Rephrase.
want to, then
Rephrase. Do you guys think it's wise to break here? Because we're over by like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
It's up to you guys.
Yeah, I probably need to. I don't want to, but
All right. That's good. Hey, it's a good spot to break. It's a bit of a transition in the action.
we had a success. At least
Yay!
we're
You had
starting
two
to make
big
progress.
successes.
Yeah.
You had 2 big successes. That was great. Yeah, that was nice. Those 2 rolls turned out quite well.
Yes.
I think heroic is like 31 plus. So the range that you guys got was like towards the high end of difficult, I think.
Like a very difficult or whatever.
Yeah, very difficult. Right.
Mm.
It's applying damage, so it's not the same, but normally you're not going to do anywhere near that much damage.
We did a lot of damage.
with hand weapons with 2 shots.
Yes.
Like we didn't. I guess it was 3 shots. With 3 shots. Still.
I'm happy with it.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
I rolled good numbers. My numbers are
Yay.
so good.
For a change, yay.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's end the stream.
All right.
They did it. They shot something.
Yay.
Yay. They entered combat in a role-playing game. It only took 5.5 sessions to get to shooting things. So we're in the middle of the action, but we're going to pick it up at that exact moment next week. Fingers crossed. Next week. All right, everybody. Peace. Have a good rest of your week.